Hey everyone, I'm Cameron with SpeedCubeShop.com, and today I'm going to be doing a cube battle between MoYu's new WRM 2021 MagLev edition and GAN's new GAN 12 MagLev edition. So it's kind of a MagLev battle, so let's see which one comes out on top. So the way these are gonna work is I'm gonna be comparing both cubes on a few different levels, like the packaging, the accessories, the price, the specifications, turning feel, sound, and a bunch of other metrics to help you make the decision between which one is best for you. So getting started, let's look at the packaging for these two. So the WR MagLev is a more simple box, which is reflected a lot in the price, which we will talk about later. It's a sleek design and has the nice purple accents to match the purple interior. Whereas the GAN 12 MagLev, I have to admit, this box is a total vibe. It's extremely nice. It's just very unique, very classy, and just looks great. So I think that when it comes to the box category, the GAN 12 MagLev does have that one in the bag, but the battle's only just getting started, so let's continue. So looking at the product visuals, I do think that exterior versus exterior, again, the GAN 12 MagLev does probably have this one in the bag. The UV coating finish with those vibrant colors are just really hard to beat. And don't get me wrong, the frosted exterior of the WRM MagLev really doesn't look bad at all. It just isn't quite as aesthetically pleasing to me as the GAN 12 MagLev. So again, if colors and exterior are a big thing for you, that might be something to consider. Now, one quick point where the WRM MagLev does redeem itself is with these absolutely amazing purple interior plastic. It's a really subtle but just cool and unique feature having the purple insides, and whenever you're speed solving your cube, it's just kind of a cool reminder at how unique this puzzle does look. Talking about the accessories, this is where it gets a little interesting. So you can see in the left corner, the WRM MagLev has kind of a lot of stuff going on. We have this multi-function case, so it doubles as a display stand, which you can also extend, or you can break it down and have it be a storage box. Kind of clunky, a little bit sharp edges, not really the biggest fan of that. Whereas the GAN 12, we have this really awesome clamshell box. Looks great, easy to use, and will definitely keep this thing protected. Now, looking at the rest of the accessories, the WRM MagLev does have a lot of tools. So we have our magnet adjustment pieces that have to plug in to the screwdriver end. You have your two tensioning pieces, which if you want to put these between the center pieces, you can try to get an even tension setting that way. You have your elasticity adjustment tool, and you have your screwdriver. So that's a total of 4 different tools just to get your cube set up to how you want. Whereas the GAN 12 MagLev just has your spare corner pieces, your spare corner magnets, I mean, and your adjustability piece. So you can adjust both the GTN and, if you have the Leap version, the spring, all with one tool, which is a very convenient option. Also, the GAN 12 comes with this really unique looking ID card, which is just kind of a cool feature, and a really nice looking cube bag. So I think as far as the accessories and presentation go as a whole, I'm gonna have to give this one to GAN just for the sleekness and ease of use, but those purple internals do really make an impression. Okay guys, now to get down to the product details. So you know when the phone comes out, it's about to get real. So going off of the size first, the WRM MagLev comes in at 55 millimeters in size, whereas the GAN 12 is gonna be 56 millimeters. So really not a huge difference, but if you are a serious speed cuber, you would be a little bit surprised maybe with how the difference does feel in your hand. That 1 millimeter all around the cube does make a difference. So if you really are a big fan of small cubes or considering using this cube for one-handed solving, that smaller size might be something for you to think about. Looking at the weight, the WRM is 84 grams versus the very lightweight 66 grams of the GAN 12. And the WRM has 5 different magnet settings, where the GAN 12 has 6 different magnet settings. So based on the size, weight, and magnet options, I do have to give the point to the WRM MagLev. I am a sucker for that heavier, more just solid feel. I don't mind giving out that one extra magnet adjustment setting, and I don't mind the smaller compact size. It does make the cube a little bit more versatile. Let's talk about the turning of these two. So I have to admit that the GAN 12 is definitely a very unique turning experience. I have not felt a GAN cube that ever turns quite like this. It has a very, very fast feel, which I'm not really a fan of the speed, but the sound and just the overall crispy feel is absolutely intoxicating. It's really satisfying. I mean, it's very good, very smooth, kind of dry, a little scratchy. It just has a great tone to it. It's not too loud, but it also just is very satisfying, I think is the best word to describe it. The WRM MagLev is a little bit different. It has a way heavier feel to it when you are returning the cube. It's a lot more quiet and swift and just a lot more smooth in general. It doesn't really have a turning feel that makes a lasting impression like the GAN 12 does, but it feels very nice, gets the job done, and overall does feel really nice. So I think that with lubrication, this would definitely be a lot faster if you are looking for that. And you could also dampen the sound of the GAN 12 with a heavyweight lubricant if you are looking to have it be a little bit more quiet. So for turning and overall feel, it's a tough choice because the WRM 2021 MagLev is definitely the more logical choice in terms of speed solving for times, but I have to give the point to the GAN 12 MagLev. I just am addicted to this turning feel and the sound, so I just can't get enough of this and have to give the point to the GAN 12. So now on to the interesting topic, which is the price of these two. The WRM comes in at $29.95 at SpeedCubeShop.com, while the GAN 12 MagLev comes in at $77.95. So we're talking about a near $50 difference between the two. And honestly, the GAN feels great. It has a way easier customization setup in my opinion, but for almost 50 bucks, you can do a lot with 50 bucks. So I think that when it comes to the price and the overall value, I need to give the point to the WRM. So it wouldn't be a battle between these two if I did not talk about the MagLev system. For those that don't know, MoYu and GAN have a little bit of an internet beef right now about who did MagLev first and who did it better. Honestly, it's a tough call, but I do prefer GAN's implementation of the MagLev technology. I like that the magnets are more securely seated into the pieces, and it just is a lot less to look at and mess with, and the overall adjustment experience is just way better. Whereas the WRM is just a lot more going on, and it just looks very busy. So I think that overall for sleekness and ease of use, the point is gonna go to the GAN 12. So as a quick little bonus round, I just want to talk about the build quality of these two, because it's a little bit interesting how the GAN looks and feels more premium when you're not using the cube, but the WRM just has that nicer weight to it. And yeah, it doesn't look quite as nice as like a visual until you see those awesome purple internals. But honestly, I do think I have to give overall durability to the WRM, because people tend to say that things that weigh more feel better, like watches, for example. And honestly, this is a lot more confidence inspiring. It just feels like a lot more well built. Whereas the GAN 12 just feels a little bit flimsy, and you can even kind of see like the light coming through in some of these angles and bleeding through the plastic to get that really lightweight feel. So as the bonus round, that's gonna give it to the WRM, which now leaves us to a tie. So we have to have a winner here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Carlos as the tiebreaker. All right, Carlos, so you are the official tiebreaker between the WRM MagLev and the GAN 12 MagLev. What are you thinking and why?
Well, I told you earlier about this cube here, that the simplest way I can put the GAN 12 is it feels like a pop cube with no core, and it's just literally being held by magnets. Sometimes I'm scared to turn it because I feel like it's gonna go flying. But the I don't know, there's something about this cube that this feels real and this feels fake almost. I don't know what it is.
People are gonna love that explanation.
This feels solid and like I can throw it and it'll be fine. This one feels like almost like that plastic cube that we sell. It's like a really big one and hollow. It feels like someone shrunk it and put magnets on it. I don't know how to explain it, but
Well, I don't think anyone's who's gonna spend 77 bucks to throw their cube.
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying though. I think that the WRM does feel a bit more put together.
I'll say this: if I was blindfolded and someone told me which one is the $77 cube, I would definitely right away say it's the MoYu, based on the feeling, the build quality, and even the sound. Like you squeeze it and this sounds like it's like, oh, it's flimsy, it's gonna break. This one doesn't even make a noise when I squeeze it. So maybe something to think about.
So what? Your point goes to the WRM?
See, I think it's no contest. I think it's the WRM.
I think I agree that between the price and the value and the overall feel that the WRM is the clear winner here. It's a shame because the GAN 12 does a lot of things really well, like the accessories and the overall presentation, but you pay for that, as we saw with the price difference. So I think that if you have the money and you want to splurge a little bit, treat yourself. Get the GAN 12, but also pick up the WRM because that'll be probably the one that you might want to get your fast times on. So I think that is the video, guys. We're gonna go ahead and end it here. Let us know in the comment section down below, what do you think about our verdict? Do you agree? Do you disagree? And why? And let us know, which one do you want us to do our next cube battle for? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you want to pick up either of these two, I'll have links in the description box, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye.